So we're going to correct the work from April 23rd, where we were just doing some extra practice with scientific notation. So to start with, we're going to look at 56,570,000. We're going to write down our significant digits, 5, 6, 5, 7, and then all zeros that we don't need to write. 5, 6, 5, 7. And we know we're going to be multiplying it by 10 to some power. But we need to put the decimal in so that this number is greater than or equal to 1, but less than 10. So I'm putting my decimal in right after the 5. In order to figure out what I need to multiply it by so that it would move back to its original value, I need to move that decimal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places to the right in order for it to be worth the 56,570,000. So we're going to make this 10 to the 7th. Second problem, we're going to look at all of our significant digits. This is just a string of zeros, and then we get 876. So I'm going to write 876 times 10 to some power. I need to put the decimal in so that this first number is greater than or equal to 1, but less than 10. And now, what would I do to get the decimal where I placed it to be back where it originally started? I need to move that decimal to the left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places, which means I need to multiply by 10 to the negative 5. It's like dividing by 10 to make it move back to the left, make it a very small number. The next one is slightly different because we have a decimal in the middle of the number already. That's fine. We're still going to look at all of our significant digits, and all of them are significant. So I'm going to write down all of them. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. But I'm going to put my decimals so that this number is greater than or equal to 1 and less than 10. I know I'm multiplying by 10 to some power. So if that's where I put my decimal, how far does it need to move to go back to where it had the original value? And I moved it 3 digits to the right to get it back where it belongs. So I need to multiply by 10 to the 3rd power. The next problem is already in scientific notation. So all I have to do is rewrite the significant digits, 1, 4, 8. And then this is where the decimal was, right by the 1. I need to move it 7 places to the right. I'm multiplying by 10 to the 7th. That means this number is going to get larger. The decimal moves over 7 times. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. I fill in the zeros so that I know I have the right place values. And then if you fill in the commas, we can read that number more easily. Do the same thing with 6.159 times 10 to the negative 4th. I'm going to write down my significant digits, 6159. My decimal was right here, but I'm going to multiply by 10 to the power of negative 4. That's like dividing by 10 4 times. So I need to move my decimal to the left 4 times. rewrite the decimal, and now I can fill in my zeros as placeholders, and we like to put a 0 in front of the decimal just to emphasize that the decimal is there. Last one, same process. 70089. I'm multiplying by 10 to the third, so I need to move my decimal to the right 3 places, and I get the number 7,008.9. The last two problems, we need to adjust not only the number here, but we're also going to have to adjust the power of 10. So in this problem, I need to write this piece right here as 4.583. Now, I just moved the decimal over here, and it was originally right there. So to get it back to 458.3, I'm going to take the 4.583 and multiply it by 10 to the second power so that it's worth 458. But I still need to multiply by 10 to the fourth. So therefore, I end up with 4.583 times 10 to the power of 6. I'm going to multiply by 10 twice to get the decimal over here. And I also needed to multiply by 10 4 times. I'm going to be multiplying by 10 6 times. For this one, I write my first significant digits as 8.2901. But this is where the decimal is originally in our problem. In order to make 8.2901 worth 82,901, I have to multiply it by 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4th power. That decimal would get moved over 4 times in order to get it back where it originally started. But I was already multiplying by 10 to the second power, so I get 8.2901 times 10 to the power of 2. As always, if you have questions, make sure you're logging in and asking for help.